Hey guys, Rick Stone here from the blog Our Stoney Acres and the Online Gardening School. Welcome to 5 Minute Fridays, my video series where I try and give you a valuable gardening tip in 5 minutes or less. Before we get started this week, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you like my Stoney Acres Facebook page. All right, it's fall, it's cold, my hands are freezing this morning, and the weather has really turned. We actually had just a little light sprinkling of snow last weekend, which is pretty early in the year for not even quite mid-October yet, but that's where we're at. And so it's time for us to harvest our popcorn and bring it in. And so this week we're going to talk about harvesting and curing popcorn. And in particular, I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about why we choose to grow popcorn in our little garden. So first off, for us, because we have a small lot, we have to choose. You can't have sweet corn and popcorn growing together. They cross-pollinate and cause problems, and so you do need to choose. And so we have chosen popcorn, and the reason why is because we love homegrown popcorn. And I also like the fact that I'm growing a grain crop in my garden, because you can take popcorn and mill it into cornmeal real easily, and it's a great crop to have and to know how to grow. And so that's why we do it. We also grow all of our popcorn in using what's called the hill method. If you want to learn more about using the hill method, I would suggest there's a video that I'll pop up at the end of this video that will show you how to grow using the hill method, and take a look at that and see what you think. It's a great way to grow corn in a small space. So harvesting your popcorn is actually pretty easy. The one thing that you need to do is you need to wait until your husks have dried. So this is an ear that I took off here a couple of days ago, and you can see that the husk has all yellowed out and dried, and that's what we're looking for. And you can see in this video that I'm showing you, all of those are pretty much dried out, and that's what we're looking for. So you need to wait at least that long. And I like to leave it on as long as I can, but you kind of have to, there's a happy medium, because you want to make sure that you're getting it harvested before you move into the rainy season, or snow or frost. Anything that has the possibility of leaving moisture on your popcorn, you want to get it in before those kind of things happen. So once you bring it in, then you just need to cure it. And the first thing you need to do when you're curing your popcorn is to get rid of the husks. So a couple of different things you can do here. You can just strip them off completely and dry just the cob. Or if you would like a nice fall decoration, then you can leave the husk on, and this makes a nice decoration. You can hang them in bunches, or you can just kind of scatter them around in your house, whatever. Fun kind of little decoration. We use it to kind of garnish our fall decorations, and it's a fun and easy way to do that, and the popcorn will cure inside your house using it as a decoration, okay? So no matter which method you use, you want to make sure that you put it somewhere where it's going to get plenty of air circulation. If you want to leave the husks on, you can actually tie several together in a bundle, maybe no more than 4 or 5, because again, you want that air circulation, but you could tie them together and hang them, and they'll hang dry. Or if you're not going to leave the husks on and you want to dry it on individual ears, then I would suggest that you use a screen similar to this one that we use. The reason why it's a good idea to have a screen is, again, you get plenty of air circulation. Now, if you don't have a screen and you want to just dry it on a tabletop or something like that, just make sure that you turn your popcorn several times during the curing process. Now, the big deal with curing popcorn is time. It takes between 4 to 6 weeks to cure your popcorn. I would recommend that you do it inside, like maybe in a garage or in a shed. I have not been, when I've tried to dry it outside in the sun, I haven't been happy with the results. And then it attracts birds, it attracts squirrels, and so I would recommend that you do it somewhere inside. And it takes a little bit longer that way, but you get better results. I've been happier with it if it's been cured inside. So 4 to 6 weeks is your time frame. Once you kind of hit that mark, the easiest thing to do is to just test it and see if it's ready. And so just scrape maybe a tablespoon of popcorn off of one of your ears, take it inside, pop it using whatever method you're planning on using to pop your popcorn. And we use just an air popper, and go ahead and pop that and see how it does. So if you have a lot of unpopped kernels left over, then your popcorn's probably not quite dry enough. Give it another week, try it again. But if it pops well and almost all of your kernels pop, then it's probably time to bring it in. And you have a couple of different options that you can use when you're storing your popcorn. You can store it on the cob if you would like. I don't do it that way because it's kind of a pain in the neck, but if you are going to do it that way, I would suggest you maybe put it in a paper bag, something again where you can get some air circulation. Or the other option is you can go ahead and strip the popcorn off of the cobs and store it in glass mason jars. Make sure you put a lid on them, and they'll store really well. We've kept ours for up to a year in mason jars, and it's worked out really well. And then just enjoy your popcorn. And you can, like I said before, you can mill it into cornmeal if you want, or use it as popcorn. It's a great option, fun to have. We like the taste a little bit better. It's not dramatic. It's not like a homegrown tomato versus a store-bought tomato, but it's a fun thing to have, and it's also fun to know how to grow a grain crop in your garden. So I encourage you to grow some popcorn, and then, you know, just make sure you cure it for at least that 4 to 6 weeks. All right, so that's all I have for this week. Resources for you this week: I've got a post on growing popcorn, a post on curing popcorn, and also a post on how to grow using the hill method. All of those are in either the description section or down in the comment section. And if you like this video this week, please give it a thumbs up, and then make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Stoney Acres Facebook page if you're watching on Facebook. That's all I have for this week. Everybody have a great week. Happy gardening.